back, dear viewers. As we have been following, of course, the attendance of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi to the extraordinary Arab Islamic Summit that was hosted in Riyadh in Saudi Arabia. This summit was very important as world Arab leaders met to discuss how can they tackle the ongoing escalations that are taking place in the Middle East. So talking about this, I'm really delighted to have over the phone Ambassador Ayman Mousharafaa, former Deputy Foreign Minister. Good morning, Your Excellency.
Good morning to you. Morning to the
Good morning. I'm really delighted to have you over the phone talking about the extraordinary Arab Islamic Summit that was hosted in Riyadh in Saudi Arabia with the attendance of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. After hearing the speech of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, how did you read the speech and how do you comment on it?
Well, it reflects the traditions of Egypt since the outset of the crisis. The Egyptian diplomacy headed by President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi has stressed the importance and the need to have an immediate ceasefire on all fronts in Lebanon and in Gaza, and stop this so-called genocide. And to find a comprehensive peaceful settlement for the Palestinians as a way sustainable to help the Palestinians and to establish a lifeline of help to the Palestinians in the Gaza Strip. And the President stressed to the importance of a ceasefire in Lebanon to save the Lebanese civilian who have been since that of the crisis in Lebanon.
Yes, of course, Your Excellency, but let me ask you, like, despite all the efforts exerted by Egypt, of course, Egypt has a leading role in the diplomacy and to also maintain peace in the region, but despite all the efforts exerted, not only by Egypt, but also by the other Arab countries, Israel still insists on committing violations of international laws and humanitarian laws. Why do you think, in your point of view, Israel is insisting on this approach all the way?
Well, the Arab League in conduct Israeli action. They are the Union most region international organizations, political and economic and humanitarian, have condemned the Israeli aggression and the international community to interfere to stop this fight. But the issue that the Israeli government headed by Mr. Netanyahu, every player is falling on it because there is no serious condemnation from the United States, which is an important role in the international political system in the United Nations. So what is happening is an encouragement to Israel to continue this discussion, since there is no serious economic threat or a serious condemnation, not a verbal one, but you start in the United Nations system, you have a different, and like what happens, you could implement economic sanctions, you could implement travel, you could implement personal sanctions, but the international community really failed Palestinians and failed the Arab and the world. So the government of Netanyahu is simply pursuing its course in the aggression, the extermination of the Palestinian people.
Of course, Your Excellency, but also, how do you think the outcomes of this extraordinary Arab Islamic Summit could contribute in adding more peace in the Middle East, especially in regard with regard of Egypt's role in particular in maintaining negotiations and diplomacy and also peace, and as an approach for resolving conflicts that are taking place in the Middle East?
The high level presentation and the presence of important leaders like President Sisi, like Sheikh Abdullah, like the Turkish President Erdogan, and many Arab and leaders reflect the solidarity of Arabs and Arabic world with the Palestinians and the Lebanese people. And of us to put a moratorium or sanctions against the state of Israel, but most of the arms suppliers are from the United States or the Western Hemisphere, especially in the European countries. Some European countries really were heeded the call, like Spain, like Ireland, like Slovenia. Some European countries have already stopped supplying the state of Israel with weapons and any offensive material. But most of the supplies are coming from the United States and other countries. So we do hope that the Western Hemisphere and the United States will listen to the player of Islamic and Arab leaders and put in consideration applying against Israel to stop the blood.
Yes, Your Excellency, as you are talking, actually this is just on a side note, we are now watching on air the world leaders attending COP29 in Baku taking a collective photo in the summit. So back to our topic, Your Excellency, after taking from your words actually mentioning the United States, my question is, after Donald Trump has won the presidential elections, do you think there would be a shift in priorities or in the agenda of the United States regarding the immediate ceasefire or the de-escalation of what's happening in the Middle East? Or do you think the same approach will continue to take place and the support for Israel will continue disregarding all the UN resolutions that should be implemented?
Well, during the campaign, Trump has sought to de-escalate both all the conflicts and wars in the Middle East and West. So we hope that he will promise, and new administration, he will start really considering putting pressure on the Israeli government and forcing them to have this fire. But actually, there is 45 days till or more than 45 days actually, till the Trump administration would be sworn in. They would be sworn in on the 20th of January. So still we have around 2 months with this continuing aggression, and the Gaza is on the verge of famine, really. Most of the humanitarian organizations, they are saying that the Strip is suffering from severe malnutrition and lack of humanitarian and medical assistance. So the world should move, should not wait for 2 months to see what the Trump administration will do.
Yes, Your Excellency, how do you comment on the international community silence regarding what's happening in the Middle East and how challenging it is for the Arab countries, especially Egypt, as it is maintaining a leading role in this diplomacy approach, to maintain it with this silence of international communities?
Well, you cannot make a collective statement like that, because some member of the community, like America, Chile, Venezuela, they have never diplomatic relations even with Israel. Colombia, not all relations with Israel. In Europe, you have Ireland, Slovenia, you have Norway, that have come between Israel and stop and weapon and material to the state of Israel. Is the public in the European cap? The public is totally in of the Palestinian. What happened in with the Israelis that would struggle safety to Europe, right? Because they do feel public opinion is against them. You cannot generalize the international cycle. Some governments are cycles, but those governments are going to the shape of this staying in front of the long run.
Yes, finally, Your Excellency, what messages was the extraordinary Arab Islamic Summit was sending to the whole world?
You know, as I say, the high policy and high representative and two influential leaders in Saudi Arabia, is a moral and political that we are Palestinians, and I hope that the community would reconcile this player, this message from a very important part of the world, which represents around 40% of human life and more than 60 states. So I hope that there is advancement and reconsidering of position.
Yes, Your Excellency, thank you so much for being with me over the phone. The Ambassador Ayman Mousharafaa, former Deputy Foreign Minister, thank you so much for being with me. And now, dear viewers, we will go watch a very interesting feature prepared by our very dear, talented colleague, Dina Yunus, and we will be right back in the Breakfast Show.